Howdy doody. Right. God, he's bloody hot. And there's been a lot going on. So what I've done is actually, I tell you what, I'll change my glasses because I can't see myself on my screen. God, that's better, you handsome bugger. Right, here we go. I've sort of videoed bits and pieces, a bit on the plastic machine, because we were going on with the coaches, weren't we? Yeah. A bit with the that spray booth there, yeah, spraying a bit. Bit of that, bit of waffle, as usual. But I've sort of, it may lack a bit of continuity, so just bear with me, will you? I watched a video last night on YouTube by somebody I subscribe to. Dusty Shelf Collectibles, I think he's called, I can't remember. I tell you, what an interesting guy. And I think if people watch him, then they probably might be able to put up with me. I mean, he's brilliant. So, shall we commence with things that have come to pass? Not exactly what I promised you, I must admit. I still haven't got a blooming completed coach to show you. But I think if you look through, you'll see that most of the stuff's complete. One thing I did, I watched through all the bits of the films that I've taken, you know, the video things, and some of it, yeah. What I didn't do was show you what the seats. That will make sense in a minute. Hang on. Right. Later on in the video, you'll see that we need some seats. Special seats as opposed to the ones I've already made. That's them. So bear with. And yeah, the other thing I've been doing is learning a new CAD program, which made my brain hurt somewhat. And I've managed to actually make something which I've been trying to do on, because I usually use Tinkercad, you know that, I think I've told you. It's so simple and so, you know, but they've introduced another couple of little tools and makes it a little bit more flexible, but it not as flexible as I want to make my little you know, the plastic railway that I'm making, the chicken one, the bobbing up and down. It's not good, no, what was it called? The daffodil railway. But I've got a bobbing up and down one now as well. So I wanted the design to do something with that. Anyway, all right, waffle. Stop. Roll. Sydney. Bye. Okay. Let me show you what I've been doing. Right. Where are we? Whoa! Wow. Wow. Right. See that light there? I had to take that thing out because it wasn't working. And it wasn't the light bulbs. And it wasn't the fuses. I had to take the whole thing out, and as you can see, I had to take the whole front of the car off. Right. So that's what I've been doing. Don't know about you. Right, this is it's one of the coaches that we're building at the moment. I think it's engineer's coach. We'll have a look a little bit later on. It's the I think his name is Hoff Magandi. He's on Thingiverse, and he produces quite a few little trucks. But I sort of I do faff about with the designs a bit. I prefer to print them all in one, and a lot of his designs are like 4 sides which you glue together. So what I actually do, I'll show you, is I download the design and put it into a CAD program, and then assemble the thing and sort of glue it together, as it were, on the program, so that it's all in one piece, apart obviously from the roof and the chassis. This is just the body. We'll come back in a while and see how we're getting on, eh? So a little bit further on, I was about 10 minutes, quarter of an hour after the last little bit. We're looking at a brake here, aren't we? I think it's an engineer's brake. I don't know. I'll have a look at it when it's finished, and then we'll make up our mind what we're going to call it. Interesting. Shall we come back later? Might do. I've got some gardening to do. But anyway, I'll come back in about 5 or 10 minutes and see how it's getting on. Right, so we're nearly finished. Just doing the top there. Closed off the windows. And we'll see it when it's completely finished, huh? Yep, finished. We'll just take it off and have a quick look at it, shall we? I'll switch all the electric-y stuff off first. Right, the black plate. Oh, that's come off already. That was very lucky that didn't actually come off whilst we were printing. Anyway, needs a bit of cleaning up, perhaps. We'll see. But that's not bad. Quite happy with the way that's turned out. Yeah, there's a few iffy bits, but nothing a bit of paint won't cover up. Right. Oh, it's got windows at one end, yeah, that's right, and bugger all at the other. So I hope we got them around the right. I think I've got them around the right way. And we'll carry on. Well, next thing to do is to make the chassis. Okay. Now he doesn't. He gives you the chassis, I think. I can't remember. But I'll have a look, and if I can find one somewhere to print off. But what he doesn't give you is the roof. He actually made his out of cardboard. But what I intend to do is to actually take that measurement there, okay, all the way around there, take that, and then the length, obviously, and just add a bit on each bit, and then I shall print off a plastic sheet which is that size, around 0.5 millimetre thick, so it's kind of bendy. And then once I've stuck that onto the chassis, I shall make some seats to go inside. Then, when all that's done, I'm going to glue the roof on. Some vents, I'll make some vents, well, I'll print them at the same time as the roof, yeah, down the centre there. make it look like a coach, I suppose. Right, well, we'll get back when we got a bit further on. Okay, I changed my mind. You know, when I said I was going to make the roof very thin, I've done it before for other coaches and this, that, and the other on the plastic railway. I've done it before, but on this one, I didn't want to do that again. Well, I did initially, but I changed my mind. Anyway, I've printed out a coach roof to fit onto the bodies that we were looking at, okay? So it's got your five nipples. It's got the curvature of the end of the coach, yeah? And also underneath I've made it solid because if you're into printing, if you realise, if you're going to print it that way, I mean, you could try printing it that way, but it's quite tall in actual fact. I have printed quite a few that way, but not quite this tall. So to be on the safe side, I printed it flat on the bed like that. And obviously, if I'm going to print it without what they call supports, that's all those little bits of plastic you have to cut off afterwards. If you're going to print it without those, then you have to support this somehow, because the printer isn't going to print in fresh air. It needs something to print onto. And so this is, I mean, it's not solid. It's got a, you know, crisscrosses bits inside. So it's got a bit of weight to it. And this square bit actually fits inside and locates the roof on top of the body. I might even try it. Hang on. There's the body. There's the roof. That don't look too bad, does it? Hey? I've seen worse. Yeah, it's alright that. Like that. Right, anyway, back to what I was doing. Right, we're recording, we're printing off the chassis now for this coach that we're going to build. The chassis seems to be in two parts, okay? So that would allow for being able to put the axles in, wheels sets in more easily, obviously, and will take up any disparity in the overall length of the axles as well, because you can move them backwards and forwards. So this is kind of it's doing all its little bits and pieces. It seems to be okay, the chassis. I'll have a look when it's finished, see how much detail it's got on it. Anyway, we'll stop that now. It's a bit like watching paint dry, isn't it? Yeah, I'll stop that now and we'll carry on later. Right, put one of the smaller coaches in my little spray booth, which I shall go into more detail with you in a minute. First off, let's have a little spray, shall we? Oh, I decided it was going to be blue, so There we go. That's, I think that's probably enough blue on it for the moment. Anyway, we'll have another go later on. I did say, didn't I was going to take you through the this spray. It's my spray booth. It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah? Okay, 3D printed. There's a French guy who designed it, so it's obviously just very slightly over-engineered. Yeah, it's a bit like a brick shithouse, but anyway, it comes in bits. You've got a roof which lifts off. You've got two walls and a back that separate, and you're left with this bit at the bottom which is like a drawer. Okay, so your bits and pieces, you put your airbrush in there, and it's also got a turntable which is very nice. Yeah, it's a good piece of kit. It's solid. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, I have some, what do they call that stuff? I can't remember what they call it now. Sticky fixer things. You know, those little plasticky things. Those little, like blue tack. That's it. Because when I spray, say like something like this, right? When I put it on there to spray it, if I get the airbrush a little bit too close, it just blows it off the edge. So I stick it down on there. The airbrush I use, that's the airbrush. Nice piece of kit. Well, it wasn't expensive. And the stand, of course, there. 3D printed, say no more. Silly, isn't it? What else was 3D printed? All that for holding my, I think I probably showed you that anyway. Right, anyway, and I keep my kit and my stuff in there. So what I've been doing now is, after I've sprayed these two, blue, kind of blue, yeah, you know what I mean? Sort of blue where it touches. It's pre-weathered. Let's put it that way, pre-weathered. And I've got to make some seats to go inside. Okay, so this is what we made earlier, wasn't it? So we got a seat there. And you can see two seats, really, isn't it, facing each other? It's just like the old railway carriages, non-corridor, of course. And they fit into here, like so, with sufficient enough space each side of the back of the seat to enable me to put the plastic down. I think I mentioned that before. Now there's a difference between this coach and this coach. Now I'll put it a bit closer so that you can see. It's obviously individual carriages, isn't it? Okay, so there's one, there's two, there's three, and there's four. So we should have four of those sets of facing seats inside, and I've put two in. And where they join, where these two join there, okay, where they touch, they come up against each other, right? It just happens that there's a thick piece of, can you see it? Right, all right, thick, thin, thin, thick, thin, thin, thick on the window surrounds. Okay, so at the thick bit, that's where those two bits of plastic butt up against each other and are hidden. However, on the other one, we have individual carriages, one, two, three compartments rather, not carriages, compartments, okay, right. but we don't get that thin, thick window surround. They're all the same. So that when two of these are put together, in there, it doesn't actually hide the join between the two sets of seats. So what I'm going to have to do is I shall pull these sets of seats apart. Okay, so that goes there. They're just about the same width as the window uprights, so I can do that. And then inside I'm left with a gap between the two. You can see that gap there. And I shall individually print a couple of these little boxes that act as seats. And I shall make them hollow, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some weight in them, because these things weigh nothing. And we need a bit of weight to keep them on the track. So that, I think that's what I'm going to do with that. I'm in the middle of printing off some of these seats, and we'll have to do the... I'll have to design the little boxes, you know, seats, separate seats. Oh, by the way, the spray gun which I've got, I got it for a birthday, I think. It's an Owasa. It's not the cheapest, cheap, and it's not expensive either. It's not like an Iwata or anything like that. But as far as what I do with it, it is more than capable of doing that, and I quite like it. So anyway, I'll get on and print these, and then we'll see where we go. Oh, I've just noticed. What's a boo-boo? Look at that. Can you see that end? I don't know whether you can or not. There should be some windows there. And when I put the seats up, the seat backs are higher than the windows. So I'm going to have to get around that a bit, aren't I? Oh, it never rains. Well, in actual fact, at the moment, it bloody isn't. So I'll get on with that and come back to you, if you're lucky. Well, I hope you enjoyed that load of rubbish. I'll try and be a little bit more, because it was about 3 weeks now, since the last, my last emission, as it were. A bit more than that. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, we'll be on time, punctual, and I'll see you next time. And yeah, look after yourselves, won't you? Keep yourselves well hydrated, apparently, is the expression. And yeah, otherwise you'll shrivel up like a freaking prune, won't you? Don't do that. Right, love you and leave you. Bye bye. Find a switch again.